Hello again and welcome to Money Matters. Designer Con is the home of limited edition toys, collectibles, and art. Returning for its second year in the UK, Douglas George reports how the show is a chance for collectors to meet the artists in person and buy the very latest collectibles.
The world of collectible toys and art arrives in London. Designer Con is an international show that brings together all things limited edition and collectible. Vinyl toys, produced in limited batches, are highly sought-after items from the largely adult collector's market. It's a showcase event for independent artists and designers to display their latest collectibles and, of course, to sell their wares. PJ Constable is a UK-based toy designer. The 26-year-old independent designer creates weird and wonderful monsters, animals, and fantasy figures. His hand-painted creations cost between $120 and $400, depending on the complexity of the work.
All of these ideas come from my imagination. I sculpt, I paint, I come up with these characters myself. And I've been learning the process of toy making and being a toy artist since I was 15, 16 was when I made my first piece. And ever since then, I've tried to do shows, conventions, just get my name out there, have a presence on social media. But it's like a labor of love, and I just enjoy what I'm doing and want to keep getting better and better at it.
Another designer, Sarah Lyons, is a full-time teaching assistant. But in her spare time, she creates handmade dolls. Using plain Blythe dolls as her base, Lyons designs each doll individually and creates the clothing, style, and even hand paints the eyelids. She's inspired by Japanese Harajuku fashion, and each doll takes at least 2 days to make. She sells them for $120. So does Lyons get attached to her dolls?
It sounds a bit creepy. I'm not like one of those creepy dolly people that are like, oh, little Bethany has to sit on this particular shelf and I feed her every morning. No. But I do have favorites. So there are some that I'll be quite sad to part with, yeah. But otherwise, no. This is purely business.
Many of the stands at Designer Con are run by single artists and designers and produce their ideas like small cottage industries. Philip Lee from Hong Kong is just one of those with his brand Classic Bot, inspired by Apple designs and Japanese robots. His small magnetic collectible toys sell for around $40.
Well, actually, I have like two passions that I'm really like crazy about. I love old computers and basically product design from the 80s and the 90s. I also love robot toys. I collect like old Japanese robot, toys. So one day I thought, oh, maybe it's time for me to make a toy on my own. So I just think, oh, maybe I combine the two passions that I had. So he is the birth of my brand.
Norwegian artist Karen Anna Solberg Sandholm has brought her creation Angry Duck to London. Her bright yellow duck design can be found on mugs, socks, postcards, and resin models, which she makes by hand. She creates the toys almost as a kind of therapy to address past grievances.
This is my original character, Angry Duck. I've drawn Angry Duck since 2005, and I work in retail, so all my characters are based off ex-managers, ex-bosses, ex-colleagues, ex-customers, people who have been awful to me.
As well as collectible toys and dolls, there's also underground art at Design Con. London artist Ben Ryder is selling his colorful neon stencil prints at the show. All of the bold designs are limited edition or one-off pieces. He's even brought along his frog mask to help pull in the punters.
This falls under quite unusual, interesting objects and things and stuff, you know? So yeah, so it's not quite fine art, it's not Poundland toys or something, it's this, you know, exciting makers and doers, I suppose.
Ben Goretzky is the founder of Design Con and has helped establish the older and much larger event in the US. He is checking out the latest bear brick toys from Japan, featuring a print by UK street artist Banksy. Bear bricks are highly collectible and cost around $350, depending on the design, but can fetch upwards of $1,500 for the most sought-after limited edition prints. Goretzky says the show is more than just the sum of its parts.
It's kind of a collaboration of the design world in different aspects. Collectible toys, apparel, art, pins, customs, plush, anything that dives into a world of design where an artist is involved in the creation of it, that is what DesignerCon is all about.
In Morocco, near Casablanca, organic farming meets tourism. Visitors, including foreign tourists, are welcome to the farm who learn about the organic methods used and enjoy homemade dishes made from the vegetables of the farm.
I met amazing people here that shared their opinion with me, and I love the idea of visiting a durable farm because I've never gotten the chance to see that in France, and I think this is the future for us as human and as humanity. I think this should be more known by people because it's very important.
The farm was created in 2003 by Fatuma Jarari, a former sociologist who switched to organic farming.
On utilise l'eau à très petite quantité.
She says they use water in very small quantities. Agroecology is really about the soil health. It's important. We haven't paid much attention to the soil, she says. Even though soils are the basis of everything and therefore soil health cannot be achieved without fertilizers, which also provide nutrients for the soil, but also for soil health and plant health. She's using organic compost made of hay and cow dung and reuses the seeds of vegetables and fruits to replant them. With her knowledge, she helps other farmers make the switch from conventional to organic farming.
70% de l'agriculture, c'est les petits paysans.
She says 70% of agriculture is small farmers who have less than 5 hectares. That means we can support them a lot to grow and develop. There are people to do it. There is already know-how that we update for sustainable agriculture. In any case, all of Africa must move towards organic, sustainable agriculture. Organic farming is on the rise in Morocco. Organic agriculture has developed from 4,000 hectares in 2010 to 12,000 hectares today. Production has reached 120,000 tons. 21,000 tons are destined for export, and the rest is marketed in local markets. Jarari helps farmers make the switch. Farmers like Abdallah Lali, who currently grows aubergines. The transition takes 3 to 4 years before the first produce can be called organic. Lali says organic fruits and vegetables can be sold for around 20% more than their conventional farming equivalents. He says he chose organic agriculture for several reasons, including offering the consumer a clean product. And he no longer uses chemical products and fertilizers. Local farmers switching to organic often receive a visit from Jarari, who likes to check on their progress and offer advice when needed. She says what would be stupid for humans is not to draw lessons from what happened in the past. Today, we have to understand the way we treat the Earth, which has an impact on climate change. It contributes to climate change. So if we can change our habits, we would experience less impact from climate change. One of the behaviors she's changed is turning to new types of fertilizers. Hidden in this box are dozens, if not hundreds, of mealworms. The co-founder of the company says they make organic fertilizers from insect waste.
Du déchet où on va collecter du déchet, on le donne à manger à nos insectes.
He receives and collects waste and feeds it to the insects, and transform the waste of the insects into fertilizer and transform the insects into protein, which can be used for animal food, and the fertilizer which will be used either for organic or conventional farming. According to the Moroccan Ministry of Agriculture, organic farming totaled more than 1.4 million workdays in 2019, and that is expected to grow in the future.
When Money Matters returns, how the owners of large houses continue to expect huge rents. Stay with us. Welcome back to Money Matters. Despite weaker demand from expats, the rental market in high-end property is still doing well due to the shortage of supply. Government data showed large house rents increased more than 4% in July compared to the same month last year. This week, reporter Alice Kahn checked out a 3,300 square foot house overlooking East Lamma Channel. In this episode, we went house hunting in Project Bel Air, built above Waterfall Bay. Prior to British colonization, Waterfall Bay was very well known by British and European sailors who refilled their fresh water supplies directly from the falls that spill into the East Lamma Channel. These days, it's an attraction for tourists and local residents. Bel Air was built in 2005 and consists of 6 phases. This week, we looked at the third phase with 18 townhouses. They are 2-story homes with terraced gardens. They vary in size from 3,300 to over 5,000 square feet, and many have unobstructed sea views. Currently, most of the houses are owner-occupied, with only a few listed for rent. The house we visited is this 3,308 square foot 2-story house. It has a car parking space and a 2,500 square foot garden. The landlord is asking $250,000 per month. The ground floor has a small foyer that connects to the parking space. A flight of stairs leads to the first floor. First, we have a look at the 1,500 square foot first floor.
This is split floor.
Yes, it's the feature of this house.
Then what is this area used for?
I would say this area ideal for the dining room, since it's the kitchen is right next door.
The dining area is about 250 square feet. The folding doors to the side lead to a barbecue area outside.
How many people can fit here?
I could say you can put a very large table in here, can fit for at least 12 people.
There's more than enough room to fit more furniture in the dining area. The living area is 440 square feet.
Can we separate them into different zones?
Yes, you could put a sofa here for 5 people, the other zone. You could put another like 8 to 10 people sit sofa in here, but since it's very spacious, after you put in the sofa, it still has a room to walk around, and also you can put a big coffee table in front of the sofa.
Then how about here? Can we put a table with a drawer to separate 2 different zones?
Yes, you could put a table with drawers and like some decorative items on top of drawers to split this zone.
Then how about this zone? What can we do with this zone?
Okay, most of this house is for the expat. So most of the expats would have had their own furniture from overseas, so they can bring along with their big furniture from overseas, such as like those big cupboard or big bookshelf to put in this wall. Then they can take up the spaces up to here.
The doors lead to a terrace garden outside.
It's a very big patio door. After you fully open, you can bring more light here to the living room.
Well, this garden is very huge. What is the size of this garden?
Okay, it's 2,500 square foot altogether. And then only this concrete area is about 600 square foot. This is the most attractive features of this house.
Then can we fit a very large table on this area?
I could say you could put put the table fit for 10 or 12 people easily in this area with some chairs, and plus that after you open up the patio door, the garden is connected with the living room and the dining room area. You can bring the garden view into the living room, dining room, and also when the tenant who have a party or gathering, some people can have a drink outside, or some people have a food inside.
The terrace garden extends to the other side of the house where there is a barbecue. And the barbecue area is connected to the 250 square foot kitchen. Next, we check out the bedrooms on the first floor, which is also 1,500 square feet.
Wow, quite a long staircase. How many steps, Jackie?
It has about 25 steps.
The long staircase presents some mobility and access issues.
How many bedrooms on this floor then?
It has 4 bedrooms on this floor. And I show you the master room first. This way, please.
This master bedroom is 250 square feet, comparable in size to some nano flats.
Can we fit a super king-size bed?
Definitely, since the width of this room is 13 feet, so you can put a super king-size bed even up to 7 foot. Then you can still put a chair in front of the bed. And then since the bed is, if it's 7 foot long, you still have a room to put a long dressing table.
The owner provides a large wardrobe.
Oh, very high rack.
Yes, it's very nice for the ladies who can hang the long dress for the party, the ball.
Oh, it has a balcony. Can you show me the balcony?
Sure, it extends the living room so we can see the balcony.
The balcony and windows provide ample light into the bedroom.
Jackie, this balcony is about 25 to 30 square feet, right?
Yeah, correct. It's quite practical. You can put a coffee table and chairs in the balcony and enjoy the view, and also then hear the birds sing. And also you can look at the garden from here.
But this door, actually it blocks some space.
I agreed. So it's give and take. If you want to put the furniture outside, you have to keep these doors always closed.
The ensuite bathroom is 100 square feet. The bathtub and shower units are separate.
What's the special features in this bathroom?
Good questions. It has the heating floor in this bathroom, so you can walk with barefoot and also keep it dry and warm during the winter.
We checked out the second bedroom and ensuite, which also has a sea view.
It's about 110 square foot in this room.
But it looks smaller.
Because this wardrobe is taking a lot of spaces from this room. It is movable.
Then after moving away, we have more space for the bed?
Correct. After moving away, this is the wardrobe, then you have more spaces on this side. Then you can put the headboard on this side. Right now, you only have one choice to put the headboard on the other side.
The ensuite bathroom is 43 square feet.
Wow, it's so bright. What's up there?
This is a sky window up there. So it brings all the lights from the ceiling.
There are 2 more bedrooms at the back of the house. The 3rd bedroom is a sizable 200 square feet. The previous tenant used it as a kids' room.
You can put 2 single beds parallel to each other on this side. And then it has some spaces here. You can put a toy house here. And then also there's a space at the back here. And I would say you can put a sofa chairs or a study desk on this side.
The downside is that it faces an office building, so there isn't much natural light. The 4th bedroom is over 100 square feet and also lacks natural light. It could also be a home office. Then we went up to the rooftop.
Have we reached the rooftop yet? Well, Jackie, it takes us 2 minutes to get here.
Yeah, it's such a long staircase. It has about 43 steps.
The owner should consider build a lift.
He's considering.
The rooftop has an unobstructed sea view.
It's Llama Island over there, and then also has a very nice sea view and can see the boat traveling around.
Jackie, the landlord is now asking $250,000 rent. Is it reasonable?
It is, and it's a bargain because the other house with the same size is asking for $300,000. The landlord is targeting for executive expert, but unfortunately, a lot of them moving back to their country and not coming back because of quarantine measures. So the landlords just want to lower down to the attractive price to try to rent it out ASAP.
Is it easy to rent out?
For this particular house, I would say it will take a little while.
Surveyor Kit Chung says the owner may have to adjust the asking rent down.
The current asking rent, which is still on the high side, to be honest, because I think it's very normal for house transaction price or the rental level, which is of 60 to 70 Hong Kong per square foot per month. There should be an around 10% downside compared with the asking rent. So the rental level at around 220,000 to 230,000 Hong Kong per month, which is more reasonable for this house.
Kit says the short supply of properties like this mean it will find a tenant eventually.
Before COVID-19 pandemic, the normal marketing period for leasing out such kind of residential unit maybe 3 to 4 months, but now it may take around 6 to 7 months because the recent pandemic situation as well as the cross-border restriction may lengthen the consideration period.
The project enjoys a green environment and is pet-friendly. Tenants should be aware the area is short of the usual amenities. It only has 1 shopping mall, and it is far away from the MTR. And there are only a few minibuses and regular buses available. That's the show. Thanks for watching. Next time on Money Matters, the rise of cyber scams. See you then. Good night.